Another fact is that you get paid for having kids here.
What?
Yeah, you get Kindergeld. Hey guys, what's up? This is Kalina from the United States and me, Jan, from Germany.
Welcome back. If you're new here, we just make videos about German and American culture, travel, food, whatever we like. So in this video, we're going to talk about life in Germany versus life in America. In a previous video we made, we talked about the reasons why living in Germany is better. And there are a lot of really great reasons. But now that I've lived here for a longer amount of time, we are going to kind of compare what things Germany gets right and what areas that the US actually comes out on top.
Number one, paid time off. So it's pretty common to have like 24 days off during the vacations.
Yeah, that's the minimum in Germany, that you get 24 vacation days per year. And some people get even more.
It always depends where you are, where you work, of course. I'm in a lucky position, so I can use my free time more, but I also have to work on holidays, so.
But the way with his schedule, since he works 24-hour shifts, when he takes a vacation day, he sometimes gets 4 days free for the price of one. So it makes you think about what career you go into. But for normal people who work an 8-to-5 job like me, you should get a minimum of 24 days, and then some companies will even offer you more days per year.
It's still more than US, huh?
Yeah, definitely more. I have a lot of friends who get very little time off. I think it's typical that you get 2 weeks in the US free for the whole year.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But a lot of companies are starting to get better, but definitely Germany wins in this area with paid time off. Because also sick days. You get an unlimited amount of sick days here.
You always get paid, but at some time, I don't know exactly the time, and don't judge me for that, about that, but I guess it's after, at some months, I would say like 1 or 2 months, then you get like your salary, they reduce your salary like around 60%,
yeah.
And the rest you get from the health insurance.
Okay, but that's like for like serious sickness, like if you're taking,
yeah,
you're saying like a month or 2 at a time off.
Yeah, when
that's
it's definitely longer.
But for just normal sick days, like I think on the 3rd day you need to get a doctor's note. For most companies, they require that you provide a note saying that you're sick, but I mean, if you're only sick for those amount of days, then you can...
Yeah, it's not... You cannot get fired at this time when you're sick, so...
Which is really awesome. Because in the US, you get only a certain number of sick days per year. So you have to tell your body when to get sick and when not to.
So never get sick in US. Number 2 is parental leave.
In Germany, they have maternity leave and parental leave, which is really awesome. It's something that you don't find at most companies in the US. Here, for maternity leave for pregnant mothers, you can get 6 weeks free before your due date, before you're going to give birth, and then 8 weeks after. And this is covered. It's awesome.
And also dads can get that. Like after, I don't know exactly how long. And another fact is that you get paid for having kids here.
What?
Yeah, you get Kindergeld. It's not for the kids. It's for the parents. So
everyone gets that?
In Germany, you get for every kid money. Like, I don't know exactly how much, but 250 per kid.
Wow.
And some families just live from that.
The mom or the dad can take parental leave up to 24 months total.
Ooh.
That's like 2 years. But you get, and for this kind of leave, you just get an allowance of somewhere between 300 to 1,200 euros per month, depending on your salary. And you technically can't take all 24 months in a row. I think you can only take 1 year off, and then you have to go back to your company. But while you're on parental leave, they can't fire you. They can't terminate your contract.
No.
Which is super cool. Like, that's a lot of time that you can spend with your kids.
And you have more protection rights, like when you're pregnant right now and you're doing an interview, you can also lie to your employer and say like that you're not pregnant, and they cannot fire you because of that.
But I don't think you need to lie here.
It depends always on the, you know, sometimes like just imagine you're in an emergency situation and you're pregnant. I doubt that many employer would say like, oh yeah, we want you, you know. So that's why the government said like you can allow in this situation.
Oh, the government allows you to lie.
Yeah. during an
weird.
interview, like to say, I'm not pregnant, but you are pregnant.
Wow.
But she isn't pregnant.
No. But if you are pregnant and you're already working there, they also can't terminate your contract or terminate your contract if you get pregnant, which is cool.
And again, and again, and again. Number 3 is higher taxes.
This is something where I think is can be seen as a negative in Germany, where I'm like, sometimes in the US, I'm like, I paid so much less in taxes than here in Germany. So you do have to pay quite a lot in taxes. However, you know, obviously your tax money is going to something, so there's benefits that you get from that. But like, just as like the general rules here, if you make somewhere between 10,000 and 57,000 euros, you're getting taxed somewhere between 14% to 42%, which 42% gets really high. And then if you make 57 euros or higher, like up to like 270,000, you're getting taxed at 42%, which is a big chunk of your salary. Like, that's almost half.
Yeah, but it's almost fast the same situation in California.
Yeah.
So it always depends also on the state. Like California takes a lot of income, has a lot of income taxes. Then it's almost the same. Like.
But I think the threshold is like 57,000 is not that. I mean, in the US, that's not that high of a salary, and I don't know, but I don't think the tax rate's 42% at that salary.
Another bad thing is property taxes. They're so much higher in US than in Germany. Like, of course, the German system is not the best because of the property taxes, but when I just saw how much you pay sometimes per month just for the property taxes, which, okay, the city takes a benefit out of it because they pay everything, like the fire departments or like the schools, but it's still a weird system paying so much when you even paid already your full house. It's a weird situation.
But again, this varies by state. So some states your property taxes are pretty low, but like California is pretty high.
Yeah. The next good thing is US is such a big country.
Yeah, this is where I think living in the US is a little bit better, because the US is huge and there's just so much more diversity because of that. Because there's so many different states, there's diversity in the land, the landscaping, and diversity in the people. In Germany, especially when you go to smaller areas, there's, I think, just less diversity. And also like in the landscape, it's the same weather throughout all of Germany, kind of the same climate, everything like that.
You just can't escape the weather in Germany to our 70s state. It's Mallorca. But even that, it's not always guaranteed to have good weather.
So that's what I think I do miss about the US, is that you can get everything in the US. Every type of weather, every type of landscape. And I think that is really nice. But of course, the US is huge. So it takes time to get through all these other states.
The next thing is Germany is very English friendly.
Yeah, this is where Germany obviously comes out on top, because it's a very friendly country for foreigners, especially when you're speaking English. If you go to the US, for example, they aren't going to speak your language there. Like, there's going to be very few people who like greet you and can speak German to you and help you out when you need help. In the US, of course, like Spanish is a huge language, so if you're speaking Spanish or English, those are pretty common and you'll get around just fine. But as a foreigner coming to Germany, like, I just see how everything is so English friendly. There's signs written in English often everywhere. People at the stores can speak English to you. I can work at a company here in Germany, but all of my work is in English. So Germany definitely wins there. Where Germany and the US are tied here for nature. We are big nature lovers. We love hiking, water sports, everything outside. I have found beautiful landscapes here in Germany. There's lots of hiking, lakes, mountains. They even have the coast, tiny bit of coast up north. It's not really comparable, I think, like, because in the US, you also have a lot of great landscape hiking, deserts, oceans. But to me, like, one is not better than the other. I think they both have a lot to offer in terms of nature.
From my opinion, I guess US has definitely more to just show than Germany, definitely because of the huge land. Just take, for example, California as a state. You have everything there, like the desert, the ocean, the forest.
Yeah, but I think what's also great in Germany is that near lots of cities is green areas. So you have a lot of green landscape, a lot of like walking trails and hiking trails that are close to the cities, which is really cool. The last topic is the quality of life. For me, they kind of come out equal. Obviously, there's pros and cons to living in both Germany and the US, and I think you just need to choose which things are more important to you. But an overall quality of life, I think both of these countries, they're affluent countries, they're very progressive countries, and I think you have a lot of opportunities in either Germany or the US, whether it's like with job or with your family life, home life. Things are really comfortable in both countries.
It's pretty equal, like always, it depends where you are, but you can, in both countries, you can find a place where you just want to stay there forever. But I guess we're not that people. We are like, we want to discover always new stuff. So I don't know what's the future will tell us, but
we'll see. Germany or US, who knows? That's it for this video. Please leave us your comments. What are your thoughts about living in Germany or the US? And make sure to like this video.
If you want to see more, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.